evening.
Hi, good evening, Tao. How are you today?
I'm fine, thanks.
You're fine, okay?
How
So
about you?
I'm good too.
Okay. How
Okay,
about the
so
weather in your country?
yeah, the weather in our country is hot.
Hot? Oh,
It looks like summer still here in the Philippines,
mm,
and but there are some parts here in the Philippines that is also raining.
oh,
Okay, but here in my place, it's going to be hot.
hot.
Okay,
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be hot. Okay, so let's continue our lesson, Tao.
Yes.
And we are now on letter A. We're done already with letter A, listening and phoning a landlord. Now, as a review, when we are talking about landlord, so this means it's the,
The owner of the house.
yes, it's the owner of the house. Okay? Now, this time, we are going to listen to this particular conversation. Susan's notes here on the right side. Okay? And we are going to supply the missing words in here. Okay? Now, you should have to remember, Tao, that the abbreviation, that means if you're talking about abbreviations, that means it's the shorter form, right? It's
Yeah,
in
yeah.
here. So that means the short form. So that's abbreviation. So the abbreviation in here, okay, for minutes, for minutes, that would be mins. Okay, M-I-N-S. So that's minutes. Okay, so let's try to listen now.
Recording 12.
Can you hear it?
Yes.
Okay.
Hello?
Hello. I'm phoning about the house in Glen Eden that's advertised in the paper today.
Yes?
I was just wondering where it is exactly.
36 Arrowa Street.
Sorry, 36.
Arrowa Street. Arawa. It's number 36.
Oh, okay. The ad says it's close to the shopping centre and train station. How far away are they?
Yeah, it's really close. It's probably about a 10-minute walk to the shops and 5 minutes to the train station. So it's not far from anything.
Oh, good. The bedrooms, there are two, aren't there? What size are they?
Yeah, one's a bit bigger than the other, but they're about medium size, I guess.
Would they both fit double beds in them?
Uh, the bigger one would, but the other one probably only fits a single bed. They're both very sunny rooms.
Oh, okay. Is there a garden?
Not really. There's a small area where you can hang your washing, but no garden. You can go and have a look at it if you want.
Okay, yeah.
And your name is?
Susan.
Okay, Susan. If you're interested, I'll be down there at 5:30 if you want to come and have a look.
Oh, okay, thanks. Bye.
Bye.
Okay. So that's the conversation between the landlord and Susan. Okay. So let's try to answer or let's try to complete the gaps in here, Tao. So
Yes.
letter A has been given. So the number of the house is number 36. And what is the street? So the street
I'm sorry.
is,
Actually, the name of this street I couldn't hear clearly.
yeah, okay. But actually, it's Arawa. Okay, it's Arawa Street. Okay, so number
Uh,
36, Arawa Street. Um, Susan asked, I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sorry. As Susan asked to the landlord, I'm sorry. It's Arawa, and he was able to spell that one. He was able to spell at Arawa. So that's Arawa Street. Okay, and then the house is closed to the shops. How many
uh,
minutes walk?
about 10 minutes.
Yes, so about 10 minutes walk. And
Yes.
then to the train station.
It's about 5 minutes.
Okay, so it's about 5 minutes. So it should be like 5 minutes. Okay? And then is the flat or the apartment both have double bedrooms,
No.
two bedrooms, both double bedrooms.
No.
Okay, actually there were two bedrooms.
Two
Okay?
bedroom,
Yeah, two
but
bedrooms,
not.
but yes, the other one is not cannot it cannot fit with a double
Yes.
bed. Okay?
Only
So
one.
yeah,
Only
so
one.
the bigger one can fit the
Single.
double.
Single.
Yeah,
Yes.
but the other one is just only single. So maybe
Yes.
the other one, two bedrooms, that would be
It's
yes.
okay. Yes.
Yes, but when we are talking of both double bedrooms can fit the same the same bed that is also double bed, it can't. Okay, so that would be no, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Now, Susan also asks if it has a garden.
No.
No. Okay.
Just a
Actually,
small
yeah.
right.
It's just only a small part, okay, but not a garden. Okay? Okay. And then the landlord invited Susan to come at what time?
At 5:30 p.m.
Yes, it's 5:30 p.m. Okay? Now,
Yes.
you should have to take note on how we are going to ask on or how are we going to phone and inquire for an apartment. Now, let's try to understand in here, Tao, that there are some common abbreviations or short form in a newspaper advertisement. So if you happen to see them, of course, they are, if you happen to see the like this, just
Mm,
what I have told you before. So I don't know the FF, but the FF is here. That
fully
means
furnished.
fully furnished. Okay? So if
Furnished.
you're talking
Furnished. What
about,
does?
okay,
Sorry.
fully furnished means complete. Okay? Complete, like sofa.
Furniture.
The sofa is there. Okay,
It means
like appliances, okay, including there, like the utensils or kitchen, okay, kitchen utensils, okay, is already included there. So that is what we call fully furnished. That means you are just going to what is this one? You are just going to transfer there automatically because the house is fully furnished with sofa appliances. Okay, but I think kitchen utensils is not. It's not included there. Most specifically
just
sofa, okay, the
yes.
couch, okay, that you
Uh,
can be able to sit there. If you have visitors, you can invite them to in your sofa, and then maybe there would be appliances in there. Okay.
so furnished is mean a verb. And it's mean furniture.
Yeah, it could be like that. Sometimes an apartment has that one. Okay, has the
Uh,
furniture already. Sofa
uh,
is
uh,
considered as furniture. Okay,
uh,
appliances may be like it has TV. Okay, it has
uh, uh,
already, yeah.
appliance.
Okay, so it was
Yes.
built-in TV or monitor or whatsoever. So that would be sometimes, but not all apartment has that one. Okay, that's why look at this one. In advertisement letter A, it wasn't. You cannot see the FF,
Bedroom.
right?
A
That
FF. Yes.
means yes, that means the letter A, choice letter A is not fully furnished, right?
Yes.
And then choice letter C, the same. It's not also fully furnished. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so that is it. Now, BRM, that means bedroom.
Mm.
Okay? So
Yes.
BRM, that means bedroom. And then PW, that means per week. APT, that means apartment. Look at this one. BRM, bedroom. FF, okay, fully furnished. APT, that would be apartment. And then minimum, min is minimum. Okay, can we see a minimum in here? Okay, not included in here, right? But actually we have the PW. So PW is per week. So per week, that means you need to pay 190 dollars per week. Imagine that. Here, it's $330 per week. Now, if you compute that one for 1 month, so it's going to be a big amount of money, right? Okay.
Yes.
And then, fully furnished, then INC, that means including. So where is the word that is it's in here. So bills, including the bills. Okay? So when we are talking about the bills, that means the electricity, okay? If it has maybe a telephone line, the water, so those are considered as bills. Okay? So that is
Yes.
including bills. And then NS is non-smoker. So one of the apartment in here says no smoking only. So that means you cannot smoke. Okay? And then we have also tell. Okay? That means tell PH. Okay? It can be tell, it can be PH. So that means telephone. Okay? Like for example in here, this one is PH, that means phone. And okay, here it's also phone. Okay, but sometimes we use what? We use tell.
Tell.
Okay? Yes, tell. That means telephone. Okay? And we use also PH. That means phone. Okay, Tao?
Yes.
Okay, now, take note that in the United Kingdom, they call apartment as flat. Okay? So
Yes.
what is one? Their term for apartment, they call that one as flat. What about in Vietnam? What do you call the apartment?
Apartment.
So it's apartment also. Okay. Same here in the Philippines. Actually, if you are, let's say, for example, looking for a place, so you should have to look for an apartment. We do not say we are looking for a flat. But in
Yes.
the UK, they call the apartment as flat. Okay? And in the United States, they call that as apartment. So we Filipinos, we usually call flat as apartment. Now, and in the New Zealand, actually, they call that one as unit.
Unit. Oh.
Yes. So this one is in New Zealand. Okay? So again, flat is UK. And then apartment is US. Okay? As well as Philippines, as well as Vietnam. So you call them as apartment. Right?
Yes.
Okay. So when we are talking about flat, when we are talking about apartment, or when we are talking about unit, this is a small house attached to one or more similar houses. Okay, specifically in New Zealand, Tao,
Yes.
if, let's say for example, um, uh, row houses, we call that one as row houses.
Row house.
Okay, so when we say row houses, that means no, not row houses, because row houses is separated from one another. So that would be attached. Okay? Attached houses. Right? So when we are talking of attached houses, that means room number one or house number one, and after that it's just only the division is just only the wall, and then after that there's also a another house, and then another house, and then another house. So that would be attached houses. Row
Oh,
houses, okay, row houses would be far from each other. Okay.
yes, yes. Okay, okay. I
Yes.
understand.
And then
Okay.
attached houses is just very, the only division is just only the wall. Okay?
Uh-uh. Mm.
Okay.
I
Yeah. Now,
uh
in New Zealand, actually, if they are talking about a house, okay, that is a small house attached to one another or more similar houses, they call that as unit. Okay? So they call
yes.
that one as unit. Okay, Tao, do you have questions with this?
No.
No more. Okay. So if you don't have any more question, let's proceed now. Okay, and I hope you learned something about this one. Okay, so
Yes.
abbreviations. So abbreviations means it's the short form. Okay, so just
Mm.
like this one. So these are all abbreviations. Okay, now speaking. So we are now on the part of speaking, phoning a
Yes.
landlord. Okay, so speaking strategy, checking the information. So when we are talking of checking the information, what do we mean by this one, Tao?
Checking
Okay, you
information.
are making sure, okay,
Sure.
that,
Uh-uh.
okay, the informations, okay, informations are correct,
Correct.
right?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, informations are, oh wait, cannot be, informations are correct.
Yes.
Okay, information is correct. Okay. So, checking the information, so you are making sure that the information is correct. Okay, that's why in the conversation of Susan and the landlord, Susan keeps on asking questions, right? Like, for example, what size are they? Okay. And then she also asks, what else? Where it is. I was just wondering where it is. Okay. Okay. Now, look at part of the conversation Susan had. What does Susan say when she checks the address? Does she ask a question? What do you think? So does
Uh,
she ask a question? When Susan say when she checks the address, does she ask a question?
uh,
Okay, let's try to hear again, okay?
Recording
Okay.
12.
Hello?
Hello. I'm phoning about the house in Glen Eden that's advertised in the paper today.
Yes?
I was just wondering where it is exactly.
36 Arrowa Street.
Sorry, 36.
Arrowa Street.
It's here.
ARAWA. It's number 36.
Oh, okay. The ad says it's close to the shopping centre and train station. How far away are they?
Okay, so we have to stop that one now. Okay, so does she ask a question when she checks the address?
uh, she asked, I was just wondering where is it? Where
Okay,
it is?
yeah. But actually in here, since it doesn't end in a question mark, she is not asking question. Why? What do you think would be the reason why we don't need to ask questions? Okay, look at this one. On the focus, Tao, asking
Yes.
questions. Look at the question Susan asked. Which is more polite? Let's try to tick. I was just wondering where it is. What size are they? So, which do you think would be this particular conversation is more polite?
I think the letter A.
Okay. So both actually both of them can also be polite. Okay? So later on, later on we are going to understand how it becomes more polite. Okay? So let's try to go back in here. So therefore, Susan doesn't ask question yet. Okay, yet doesn't ask question yet. Okay? She just asks questions particularly at the last part, right? Like for example, how far is it in the shopping center? Okay? So she asked that one. How many bedrooms are there? Okay? So she asked that one. What size are they? So that's in the last part already. Am I right, Tao? Okay, but
Yes.
when she asks for the address, she didn't ask a question. Okay? What
Yes.
she said is, I was just wondering where it is. So she's not asking question. I was just wondering where it is. Although she uses the word where, and of course, if you are going to use where, that means we are asking question. But in this particular phrase in here or sentence, she's not asking question. Okay, why? Because her tone doesn't go up. That's why in here, okay, we have to answer the question, is Susan's voice when she checks the address, okay, what happens to Susan's voice when she checks the address? Is her voice goes down or her voice stays the same?
Stay the same.
Y- Okay, so it stays the same? Yes. And it's not also goes down. It just stays the same, meaning it's not going up. Just like I was just wondering where it is. Because if you are asking question, you need to what? The rising intonation. Okay? But in this particular checking of information by Susan, it stays the same. So that means she is not asking question. Okay? So the landlord
Yes.
says 36 Arawa Street. And then Susan said, sorry, 36. Okay, and then the landlord said Arawa Street and he spells it Arawa. It's number 36. Okay? Then Susan said, okay. Okay? So, now, in inquiring or checking information, it doesn't mean that you should have to ask question. Okay? Because it says in there, it's already there on the address. Okay? That they put in the advertisement. Okay? So you are just confirming if where is it is exactly the place. Okay? So therefore, you're not asking. You are just confirming. Okay? Or checking the information if the information from the advertisement is correct. Got it?
Yes.
Okay. Let's say, for example, If you are also asking for, let's say, let's say, for example, the situation is, I was just wondering if, I was just wondering if there would be, there would be an extra bedroom for visitors. Okay? So you can also say that. Okay, like for example, I was just wondering if if it has a, okay, a separate, maybe a separate bedroom for guests. Okay, something like that, right?
Yes.
Okay, for guests. So therefore, you're not asking question. You are just confirming. Okay? But
Yes.
if you are going to say, do you have a separate, okay, bedroom, bedroom for guests? So therefore, that's the time that you have to put a question mark because you are asking now question. Okay, Tao. But if you are
Yes.
just saying, I was just wondering, or maybe you just have to say, aside from wondering, you can also use, I was just confirming, okay, if it has a separate bedroom for guests. You can also use that one. Instead of wondering, you can also use confirming. Okay, Tao?
Yes.
Yes, okay. So I hope it's understood now. I have to wait for a while. I have to go, I have to move this one up. Okay, there you are. Because we are going to tackle this. Okay? So
Yes.
that means Susan's voice, when she checks the address, stays the same. So therefore, she doesn't ask question. Okay, so you need to listen carefully to the way people's voices go up and down to express meaning. Now, if the voice is going up, that means, what do you think? If there would be a rising, we call this one as rising intonation.
Intonation.
Yes, intonation. That means your voice. There would be a
Ah.
rising of your voice. Okay? And if we have like this, okay, if we have like this, so that means it's falling intonation. Okay? That would
Mm.
be falling into nation. Now, let's say, for example, if you have like, I'm tired, okay? So, if you are tired, usually your voice is falling, right? Because you are tired. So, that means in talking to someone, people can gauge if you are sincere or not, right? If you are
Yes.
excited or not. Now, if you are excited, most likely your voice is rising. If you are asking question, your voice is also rising. But if you are not interested, what did you say that? So it's falling intonation. So you can say, I'm sorry, I'm not interested. So it's falling. But
Yes.
if you are interested, oh yes, I am very excited and interested to know what happened. Okay, so it should be rising intonation. Okay, so what is the implication of this, Tao? Of
Yes.
the voices go up and the voices go down. So what's the implication of this?
Mm.
Okay? That means to express the meaning. Okay?
Mm.
That means that you are sincere to what you are talking to a person. Even though you can't see each other, but from your intonation, you are telling the person that you are interested. Okay? Because of that. Even though you are just phoning the person, even though you are just calling the person. So you can express your your feelings even through telephone conversation by goes up going up of your voice and going down of your voice. Okay, Tao? Okay,
Okay.
now let's try to listen to the other ways of checking information. So this one also is another way of checking information. So does the information rise or fall? Put an arrow. Oh, look at this, huh? That's why I
Mm.
put an arrow. So we call this one arrow up. That
Mm.
means rising. Arrow down. That means falling. Okay, let's try to listen to number 14.
Recording 14.
It's in Arrowa Street.
What was that?
Arrowa Street. It's in Arrowa Street.
Pardon?
Arrowa Street.
Okay. So there are two ways on how you can be able to use this conversation or information. Okay. So number one, is it rising or falling? What was
Rising.
that? Okay. So Susan said, what was that? So it's rising. Okay. And then after that, the word pardon,
Rising.
it's
Also,
falling.
rise.
Okay?
Falling. So
Yes.
sorry. I.
Let's,
I.
you can, okay, let's try to hear it again. Okay?
Recording 14.
It's in Arrowa Street.
What was that?
Arrowa Street. It's in Arrowa Street.
Pardon?
Mm,
Arrowa Street.
okay, pardon. Okay, pardon. So she said it's from the from here, from here in the rising, okay, from here and then the voice goes down.
Oh.
Pardon? Okay. In here, what was that? Okay, what was that? So from lower up. Okay, so what was that? So in here, from rising, pardon. Okay, so it's falling. Okay, Tao?
Okay.
Okay. So let's continue. Let's try to listen to the landlord and use the speaking strategy to check some of the information. Okay? So listening number 15.
Recording 15. A.
The other bedroom probably only fits a single bed.
B.
It's probably about a 10-minute walk to the
Okay,
shops.
just for a while. I have to stop that one. Let's try to hear that one again.
Recording
Okay.
15. A.
The other bedroom probably only fits a single bed.
Okay, I have to pause for that. So according to the landlord, he said the other bedroom probably only fits a single bed. Now, in order to clarify what he said, so what are you going to say? So you have to say, sorry, the other bedroom fits a single bed? Okay, so therefore, you have to clarify that one, Tao, right? Sorry, the other bedroom fits a single bed? So how are you going to clarify? Of course, you are going to ask the landlord. In order for you to what? In order for you to clarify what he said. Okay? So sorry, it if the other bedroom fits a single bed, okay? To clarify something. Can we say also that one without using a question? Can we also say that? Sorry, the other bedrooms fits a single bed or a single bed. Can we also use that like this? Like the one that we are talking in here just a while ago. I was just wondering if it has a separate bedroom for guests, or I was just wondering where it is. Can we also use without asking a question? Sorry, the other bedroom fits a single bed. Can we use that?
Okay.
Maybe not. Okay, why? Because you are clarifying if you heard the right term. If you heard it, single bed, so therefore ask that one in a form of question. Okay? Now, how to check the size of one of the bedrooms? So how are you going, or the landlord would say, the other bedroom probably only fits a single bed. Okay, so check the size of the bedroom. Okay, so how are you going to say that, Tao? How you are going to ask the landlord about the size of one of the bedrooms?
I can say sorry. The other bedroom fits a single bed.
Okay, so sorry, the other bedroom fits a single bed. Okay, or maybe you
Yes.
can say, sorry, I didn't get that. Okay, you can also use that, huh? Maybe because you are listening to someone, so therefore you weren't able to hear what he said, so you would like to confirm, right? Oh, sorry, is the other bedroom probably fits a single bed? Okay, so you can also say that. Okay, so you can say sorry. Is the other bedroom fits a single bed? Okay. Or you can also say, oh, it's just only feet. Okay, not feet. So it's just, sorry, is the other bedroom fit a single bed? Or you can also use this one. I'm so sorry I didn't get that. Okay. So I didn't get that. Okay. Can you repeat it? Can you repeat it again? Or it's more polite, you are going to say, can you please repeat it again for me? Okay. Okay. So that would be it. So you can also say, Tao, sorry, is the other bedroom fit a single bed? Or if you weren't able to hear what he said, maybe you can say, I'm so sorry, I didn't get that. Can you please repeat it for me? So
Yeah. But
therefore,
I'm sorry. I
yes,
couldn't I couldn't see your screen because there are a black area in your show slide.
uh-huh.
Yes.
So you can
Let
see
me
it?
see.
Yeah,
Uh,
what about this?
the my screen
Okay.
is like that.
Okay, what about this one? If I am going to put it in here,
Yes. I don't know how.
okay. Can you see it now? Huh? Can you see it
No,
now?
okay.
Yeah, okay,
Now
it's
it's
there.
okay.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
So you can say, or let's say for example, you are checking the size of one of the bedrooms. So you may say, in order to confirm what he said, because he said while ago, the other bedroom probably only fits a single bed. Okay, so to clarify the information, you may say, can you say this one, Tao?
Sorry, the other bedroom fit a single bed?
Okay, so to clarify, if it is only a single bed, so you ask the question. Or you can also use this one. Let's say, for example, you weren't able to hear what he said, so you are going to say,
I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry, I
I
didn't.
didn't get that. Can you please repeat it for me?
Yes, okay?
Oh,
Okay, let's try to put them into conversation. Okay, so I will be the, I hope you can see this. Where am I going
I
to
don't
put?
know. I don't know why the black area move when
Yeah,
you move the
yeah. Okay, actually, okay. So let's try to do this one. So I am the landlord and you are this one. You are going to say it to me, okay? Okay. The other
yes.
bedroom probably only fits a single bed. So you can say,
Sorry, the other bedroom fit a single bed.
okay. So, in
Uh,
checking the size again, the other bedroom probably only fits a single bed. So, you can
uh,
say, I'm so
I'm so
sorry.
sorry. I didn't get that. Can you please repeat it for me?
Sure. So, the
Uh,
other bedroom, just what I said, the other bedroom probably fits a single bed. Okay, so that would be it. So, checking the size of one of the bedrooms. Check what is 10 minutes walk away. So, how are you going to say that? Let's say, for example, it's probably about a 10-minute walk to the shops. So, how are you going to check if
uh,
it's probably, what is that 10 minutes? So by asking the person, by asking the landlord, what do you think would be the correct question that we can use in asking
uh,
that?
oh, it just take only 10 minutes, right?
Okay, so what is 10 minutes walk away? So you are going to confirm that. So you are going to say
It just only take only 10 minutes.
walk to.
Walk to the shop.
Yes, so you are going to
Oh,
clarify that one. Okay, you have to say, is it 10 minutes, 10 minute, it's a word, 10-minute walked to the
mm,
shops?
mm,
Okay, so is it 10 minutes? Okay, is it a 10-minute walk to the shops? So this is
mm.
how you are going to clarify, because you are checking it, if what is that 10 minutes walk away. So that means that 10-minute walk away is going to the shops. Okay, Tao? So is it a 10-minute
Yes.
walk to the shops? Yes, probably 10 minutes. So that is the correct question for that. Okay, next. Check what time the landlord will be at the house. So if the landlord would say, okay, if you're interested, I'll be down there at 5:30. So again, check the time the landlord will be at the house. So how are you going to clarify the information? Tao.
Uh, uh, so we would Uh, we would be here at 5 p.m.
Okay, 5:30 p.m.
5:30.
Right. Okay.
Yes.
So you can say, you can use this one. What time you will be down here? Okay. What time you will be down here to see me? Okay. Okay. So this is a question to ask to the landlord. So what time you will be down here to see me? So of course the landlord would say, okay, if you're interested, I'll be down there at 5:30. Supposed to be, it should have PM, right? Okay? It's very important to understand because we have also 5:30 in the morning, right?
Uh,
So we have
but
also AM. So it's very
yeah,
important to specify if it is AM or PM. Why? Because most likely, if you will not going to specify if it is in the afternoon, most likely the person will going to go. That's why you should have to confirm again the time, right? So what time you will be down here to see me? So
uh,
after this one, you can make a follow up. Is it 5:30 p.m.? Okay, is it 5:30 p.m.? Okay,
but
so you,
sorry, teacher.
yes,
Because this question is a confirmation, uh, confirmation the information that the landlord say. Uh, s- but the landlord say already 5 p.m. 5:30, 5:30
okay,
already. So
yes,
why we ask what time again? So
yeah.
uh,
Yeah, because okay, if you're interested, I'll be down there at 5:30 p.m. Okay, why? This is this is to check the time of the landlord, the time the landlord will be at the house. So you need to ask this one. Let's say for example, you don't know because let's say for example, the landlord doesn't give you the time. So for you to clarify the information, you are going to ask this one. But in this conversation, the landlord already given the time.
yes,
Okay.
yes.
So therefore, what will be the answer? Okay. So it can also be, let's
I
say for
think we
example, okay, the one that I give the one that I gave you here is supposing you don't know the time. You don't know that the
yes,
landlord gave you the time. So you will be the
yes,
one to clarify, right?
yes,
Okay.
yes,
Since the landlord, you are correct, since the landlord already given the time that he will be down there at
yes,
5:30. So
yes,
clarify,
yes,
what is that 5:30? Is it 5:30 p.m.?
yes, yes.
Okay,
So
right?
I think the second question
Will be
is
fit in
suitable.
here.
Yeah,
Right?
typical PM
If,
only.
yes,
Yes.
if we are going to follow this one. But
Mm-mm.
if you don't know, if let's say the landlord doesn't give you information, so you will be the one to ask that, right?
Yes. Okay.
Okay, so you will be the one to ask that one. Or maybe you can say, can I have, or maybe another way on saying this one that is more polite, can
Mm.
I have your free time today, okay, to see the apartment?
Mm.
Okay? So you can also use this one, Tao. Let's say if the landlord doesn't give you information when he will be free, because of course you cannot go to the house unless the landlord is there, right? Because
Yes.
he is the one bringing the key. So you should have to confirm that one. Can I have your free time today to see the apartment. So that means you are also asking the time of the
Yeah.
landlord to be down there. Okay, because she will going to see the
Mm.
apartment. Okay? So it's either this one or it's either this one. But if we already know, because the landlord already gave you the
The time.
information, so the number two would be the proper answer for that. Is
Yes.
it 5:30 p.m.? So you clarify that. Okay? Because
Yeah.
it's very important because the landlord doesn't give you if it is in the afternoon or if it is in the morning. Okay,
Yes.
Tal? Yeah, so
Okay.
it's already clear now, right?
Yes.
Yeah, it's more clear. Okay, so let's try to have this one. So look at the questions Susan asked. So we answered this one already. I was just
Yeah.
wondering where it is. So tick because it's more polite. And then we can also say what size are they can also be polite. Okay? Now,
Mm.
look at the questions again. What is different about the word order? Okay, look at this. I was just wondering where it is. So it's question word plus subject plus verb, right?
Yes.
Okay, question word. I was just wondering where. So this one is a question word. Where,
Mm.
right? Okay,
Yes.
plus subject. This one is the subject it. Okay, because apartment is not human, so therefore it's it. Plus the verb be. This one is the be verb. Okay? So this one is the structure that we are going to use. And look at this one again. Question word plus verb plus subject. Now, what is the difference between the two order? So what's the difference between the two order? Okay, the subject and the verb, right?
Yes.
Yes, so the
Yes.
first one, it's the subject first, before or after the subject would be the verb. But on the second order or sentence, we use the verb first, then after
Mm.
that, the subject. Okay?
Yes.
Okay, so that is it. Now, in understanding this one, um, we can use this without asking question.
Mm.
Okay?
Yes.
But
Yes.
if we are going to use this one, what size are, so the verb comes first before the subject, so you need to put a
The
question
question
mark.
some
So here,
simple.
not. Okay, we do not put a question mark. Okay, next. Let's try to change the questions below
Mm.
so that they are more polite. Okay? Now,
Yes.
actually, the more polite one, Tao, is the first one. Although this
Yes.
one, sometimes we use this one. Mostly we use this actually, right?
Yes.
We use this one in asking questions because these are very
Simple.
common. These are
Yes.
very simple, okay? And these are
Yes.
very common and easy to say, right?
Yes. That's
But
right.
if we are, okay, take note of this. If when we talk to someone you don't know well, like
Yes.
a landlord, you should have to ask politely.
Polite question. Yes.
Yes, okay? So
Okay.
therefore, we have to use which the first one, which is more
Mm.
polite, that is not end in a question. Okay? So like for
Yes.
example, how far is it? I was just wondering how far it is. So you are not asking question, right? So in
Yes.
question number 2, how are we going to say this that is not asking question and it's more polite?
Uh, I was just wondering how much it is.
Yes. Okay. I was just wondering how much it is. Okay. So again,
Yes.
subject first before the verb. Okay.
Mm, mm.
Okay. The spelling wondering. Okay. Next. What about okay.
Uh,
Next, what about number letter C?
I was just wondering how many bedrooms there are.
Okay. So, how many bedroom there are? Okay. So, we can also use I was okay. Maybe we can use another term, not just only just wondering. So we have to think of another word that can replace wondering.
Mm.
Okay. Although
Another word?
wondering can also be I was just wondering. Okay, it's also good. Okay, but we can also replace that one with another word. So maybe I was just hoping, maybe, right? So I was just hoping. Okay, what is that again? I was just wondering or hoping how many bedrooms there are. Okay, so we can replace also wondering with hoping, right?
Hoping. Yes.
Okay. So I was just hoping how many bedrooms are there. So that would also be correct.
Hoping.
Or I was
Oh,
just wondering how many bedrooms are there. Okay, that would be correct. Next, when can I move in?
uh, I, sh- I was just hoping when
Okay.
I can move in.
Okay. Where
When
can
I, where I can move in.
move in, where I can move in. So
Yes.
again, we have to follow the structure, subject first, so which is I, and then after that one, the verb. Okay, so that would be correct. Okay, so I
Yes.
was just
Wondering.
hoping,
Hoping. Yes. Move in.
hoping that I can move in as soon as
Possible.
okay. Yes. So you can use that one, right? Because it's
Yes.
urgent. So the person you are talking to is um you are a busy person. So you are going to move in as soon as possible. So you are not saying the person that you are not going to say when can I move in? Okay. So as if you are telling the person I have to move in now. Okay? So
Mm-mm.
instead of saying that one, can you say that more politely? So I was just hoping that I can move in as soon as possible. Okay? Okay.
Okay.
So in asking how many bedrooms, so I was just wondering how many bedrooms there are. In asking how much is the price, I just wondering how much it is. Or you are asking how far is it? So you are
Mm.
going to say, I just wondering how far it is. Okay? Tao?
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
again. So it's more polite, this one. Okay, can you practice this one? Can you say this all together?
Mm-mm.
Okay, go.
Repeat again.
Yes, you
Ah.
have to read them. Okay, from one, two, three, and four. Okay, go.
Okay. I was just wondering how far it is.
Okay, you are
uh,
not your voice is not rising, huh? So you're
uh,
not going up. So it should be just stay, right? just
Uh,
stays the same. Okay?
yes,
Okay. I want to
yes.
hear that one. Okay, go. Number two.
I was just wondering how much it is.
Okay, very good. Okay,
And
next.
I was just hoping how many bedrooms there are.
Okay, very good.
The final, I was just hoping that can I move in as soon as possible.
Yes. Okay.
Uh,
So
okay.
there would be no change of intonation. Okay. Not unlike with this one. How far is it? Okay. How much is it? So you are so very demanding. Okay.
Mm,
You are so very
yes,
demanding if you are going to use questions in a form of questions. This one, although we are also as a question using question word, but at the end we do not ask them. Okay?
yes,
Although it's also the
yes.
same. Actually, the meaning of this is also the same with this, but you are just using it more politely.
Okay.
Okay?
Yes.
Okay, good job.
Mm,
Now, let's try to listen to this question and underline the main stress. So this one is 17. Okay, just for a while. Okay, 17.
Recording 17.
I was just wondering where it is.
Okay, so where do you think would be the stress?
I
I
think the
was
straight
just
is
wondering where it is.
the question straight on the question word. Where?
Yes, okay, very good. So it's the stress is at the where, okay?
Yes.
It's
Yes.
just only underline, right? So underline the main stress. Okay, so where? Next. Oh, notice how was and just are not stressed, so they become what?
Was.
Was and just. So I
Was.
was just wondering where it is. Okay? So the word the word was in here and the word just in here are not stressed. So we are not going to say I was just wondering. So
Yeah.
it's not that. So therefore it's
Okay.
not stress. So therefore you have to pronounce them as was and just. So
Was.
I was just wondering
Wondering
where it
where.
is. Okay?
Yes. Okay. Okay. Got it.
Yes. So that would be it. So listen and repeat the question. Okay, so let's try to listen again and repeat the question.
Recording 17.
I was just wondering where it is.
Okay, so can you repeat that, Tao?
I was just wondering where is it?
Very
Where it
good.
is?
Yes, so
Yes.
the stress is in the where. So
Where
was and just. Okay, can we say that again? I
was
was just wondering where it is.
where it
Again,
is? Yes.
again, can you
I was wondering where it is.
Yes. Okay. Good job. So we
Okay.
have to end our lesson with this, and we are
Okay.
just going
Yes.
to continue this one on the next meeting. I hope you learned something
Okay.
from me today, right?
Okay. Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
So what
Thank
have you
you.
learned? Yeah. What have you learned, Tao? Okay. You learn about intonations, okay, the rising
Yes.
and falling intonation or the go down and go up of the voice. And then we
Yes.
learn also the short form, which is the abbreviations. We learn them,
Abbreviations.
right? And then
Yes.
we also learn that in the United Kingdom, apartment calls as flat. Okay, and
Yes.
in the US, they call that one as apartment. And in New Zealand, they call that one as
You
unit. Okay?
unit. Yes.
And
Yes.
we also learn about how to
My
use
question. Yes.
questions that is more polite.
Polite. Yes.
Okay. So if
Okay.
you don't have any more questions, we'll see you again on the next meeting.
Okay. See you.
Bye-bye.
See you next week. Bye bye.
Okay.
Thank you.
Yes, bye-bye.